Alexa TV presents in 3, 2, 1. Dateline Schools with your host, Terry Harrington.
This week on Dateline Schools, I have the privilege of meeting the president of the Michigan State Board of Education, John Austin, as he was in town recently to help celebrate St. Clair County RESA's 50th anniversary. And John, you kind of alluded to it a little bit, increasing standards for students to be meeting to graduate and those requirements. We're also looking at implementing the core curriculum in the state. Tell us about that and why we're doing that.
Well, really, for 20 years from when your leader, Dan DeGrow, was in the legislature and John Engler, the states, with the governors, the business community, and in our case, the state board, have been putting in place more rigorous learning expectations for all our young people as common state standards, meaning we wanted to make sure that whether you're in St. Clair or Saginaw, you're having the kind of expectations for a platform of skills consistently across the state. We don't want to have hundreds of different learning programs that prepare some kids, but not all kids, well for college, career, community college. So that was really how the standards movement began. We've been, over time, as a state board, we set these standards, moving K-8 and aligning our content. And now, a few years ago, we put in place the Michigan Merit Curriculum, which is really a set of state standards for what we expect all young people to be able to do when they graduate from high school, so that they can step successfully into post-secondary or into the workplace without needing remediation. We update those standards, and we did a couple years ago. The Common Core, as it's gotten some attention, is really the latest improvement of our standards in math and language arts, just those two disciplines. And we endorsed them 3 years ago now, and are eager to see them continue to be implemented because educators like them. They're a good, rigorous, focused set of skills that can be taught anyway and are not a curriculum. They're just a set of foundational skills that we need to continue to implement, and I hope the legislature will take off the pause button that they put on for us implementing those soon. So we have to go on and improve our science standards and keep updating every 5 or 10 years these common learning standards for all of Michigan's young people.
And those standards aren't much different than what you'll see in Iowa or Illinois or any other state, too.
Well, this latest iteration is one where the states working together said what's sort of the foundation skill set in math and language arts that makes sense for post-secondary and for today's different workplace. So states working together defined this latest improvement of math and language arts, which is the Common Core. We endorsed it as a improvement on our already high standards 3 years ago. Educators have been working to implement it in terms of how do you teach it, what curriculum do you use, and are finding that it's a very they like it, and it's a successful sort of set of learning expectations that they think are helping kids learn. So we want to continue with that effort.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.